So today I'm here to give you real-time solutions to fix your English. Yes, this is the most frequently asked question, that how to improve English. And in today's video, I'm not going to give you the solutions like that you need to record yourself, you need to write, you need to talk to someone to improve your English. No, today I will be giving you 10 solutions to fix your English. So and how I'm going to do that? I have sorted down 10 lists where people make mistakes majorly. So what you can do, when I'm going to tell you these 10 different solutions, and trust me, all of these solutions I can create videos on them. Trust me, these solutions are going to be the very vast one, but I'm going to give you the ground surface of such mistakes that you people are making with these solutions, so that you can pick your mistakes ki, okay, these are the mistakes that I'm making, now I need to work upon it, so that you can improve your English and become a confident speaker. So are you ready to know those solutions so that you can improve your English in 2024, as we are just about 4 months to go to 2025? If yes, then do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel, and if you're going to like this video, that I'm pretty much sure, then do not forget to like, share, comment, and hit that bell icon button also to get the notifications of my future videos. So what is the first real-time solution that I'm going to give you? It is subject-verb agreement. So yes, subject-verb agreement, you know that how important this topic is in English language, but still we know it partially, we do not know it completely, so you need to go it thoroughly if you are making mistakes. Let me give you one example. The teacher, along with his students, dash excited. Is or are, which verb will come? Now you must be thinking that there are two subjects, the teacher and his students. So this is the reason are will come. No, is will come. Now what is the rule? So whenever any two subjects are associated with the phrases like, along with, as well as, in addition to, etc., these are always followed with the verb according to the first subject. Whatever the first subject will be, then the sentence. In this sentence, the first subject is the teacher and second subject is his students. So the teacher is singular. This is the reason the verb will also be singular. Just remember this point. And this is how subject-verb agreement rules work. And there are many rules. If you think that you are lacking behind in subject-verb agreement, then do study it thoroughly, and do let me know if you want a separate video on this topic as well in the comment section below. I'll make one video on it. Next solution, and I know you are making this mistake. There's no tense consistency in your sentences. Yes, this is your second solution. That please try to identify, try to bring tense consistency in your sentences. I have seen majorly that people, they mix all of those sentences, present, past, future, in one sentence or in one paragraph. No, it has to be like whatever tense you have used in the starting of the sentence, you need to use the same tense thoroughly in the whole paragraph or in your answer. So you need to keep tenses consistent in a time frame, and please avoid shifting tenses unless it is necessary. For example, I didn't know I can do it. Now in first go this sentence seems to be fine कि यार ये तो बिल्कुल ठीक है, I didn't know I can do it, मुझे नहीं पता था कि मैं कर सकता हूँ. But didn't, I started my sentence with didn't. So can, जो model verb है, it has to be in the past tense. And what is the past tense of can? It is could. I didn't know I could do it. Simple. So do not mix two tenses in one sentence. This is the major, this is a sin in English language, I must say. Another example, when I was studying, I have realized, how come you were studying was past tense hai. So how come you are using present perfect tense in the second clause? It has to be I realized. When I was studying, I realized. So please do not mix two sentences all together in one sentence. Please understand this thing. So if you're making this mistake, then stop making this mistake right away. Next is word order. When you incorrectly order the words in a sentence, for example, me and I, me and you, me and my friend, No. Like if you're saying that me and my friend are going to the movie. So me and my friend. Now here is the word order. My friend will come in the first place. And instead of me, it will become I. My friend and I are going to the movie. So this is the rule applicable here, that if you're talking about someone else along with you in a sentence, then that someone else will come in the first position in the sentence. For example, यहाँ पे मैंने बात करी me and my friend. So along with me, I'm talking about my friend. So my friend will come in the first place. My friend and I. Me नहीं होता है. So that is another grammar rule. And if you want that I should make videos on such grammar rules, then do let in the comment section. So understand this word order game in English language. If you're making this mistake, then do not make. Next solution is your preposition. If you're making mistakes in your preposition, then stop making it. For example, let's read the sentence. I'm meeting my friend in the park at 5 p.m. Now, I know पहले लगेगा कि अरे यार ये तो बिल्कुल correct sentence है, but it is not. You are not meeting your friend in the park. In the park नहीं आएगा. It has to be at the park, because at is used to specify any particular location. And what is the location? Park. So park के साथ क्या आएगा? At. अब do not think that at park at 5 p.m. Yes, because with time we always use preposition at. So the sentence will be, I'm meeting my friend at the park at 5 p.m. So another example, I congratulate you for your success. Not for your success, it will be on your success. I congratulate you on your success. This is another mistake that we make. With this note, let's move to the next solution that I'm going to give you. If you are misusing the articles, the usage of articles e and or the in the sentences. For example, I'm reading a book about history. So for example, I'm reading a book, right? So I already have this book. So when I already have this book, so I'm talking about a particular book. When I say a book, so a book could be a random book. I do not know about that book. But when I say the book, it means I know that book. I'm talking about a particular book. So I'm reading the book about history. Now let's understand, like पहले ऐसे लग रहा होगा कि what is the mistake in the sentence? But yes, it is there. Another example, I saw the man and the man was handsome. I saw the man and the man was handsome. So now here and in this whole sentence, I'm talking about one man, right? So when I frame the first sentence, I saw the man. मैंने एक आदमी को देखा. Now एक आदमी को देखा, so I'm talking about an unspecified person. So here a will come. I saw a man and then I'm talking about the same man. Then it will become the man, which is correct. And the man was handsome. So in the second clause, the man was handsome is correct. But in the first clause, it has to be a man. पहले मैंने उसके बारे में बात करी, means मैंने किसी आदमी को देखा. And then I'm talking about his qualities. So now that man has become a particular man. So then I have to use article the. See, it is confusing, right? So we need to go in depth to understand these grammar rules. And if you want that I should make a separate video on articles, then again do comment below. Next solution is double negatives. That we do not use double negatives in one sentence. For example, I do not know nothing about that. I do not आ गया, फिर आ गया nothing. So these are two negatives. So we cannot use two negatives in a sentence. I do not know anything about that. Anything. So anything is not a negative word. Similarly, I do not know no one. I do not know anyone. So double negatives are not applicable in grammar rules. So if you're making this mistake, then avoid making it. Next solution is to fix your modal verbs. If you're making mistakes in using of the verbs like can, may, might, should, then you should avoid it. For example, let me give you a basic example of should or must. So when we should and must, people consider that here we are talking about something which is necessary. It is not. It is definitely not. Should never talks about the necessity of an action. It always used to give the suggestions that, okay, you can do it. Like you should not smoke. So I'm not saying that आपको नहीं का. It is not necessity. I'm just suggesting someone that you should not smoke. But when I say that you must not smoke, then it has become a moral obligation or a necessity to that person that person must not smoke. So should is used to give the suggestions and must is used to tell the necessity of an action and to talk about the moral obligation. So understand the concept of modal verbs as well. Next Next solution is punctuation marks. So there are different types of punctuation marks. You can see these punctuation marks on the screen. I'm just going to talk about that how to use the punctuation marks. Not in detail, like for example, colon. Colon kab use karna chahiye. So it is used for many purposes. The first purpose is that it is used to talk about any particular noun or a noun phrase. For example, the movie was all about colon, action and suspense. Another usage of colon is it is used to introduce any quote. For example, he ended with the immortal words of Neil Young, rock and roll will never die. So fix your punctuation marks if you are making mistakes. The second last solution is if you are making mistakes in conditionals. Do not make mistakes in conditionals. For example, if I would have studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Now here what is the mistake? That you cannot use would have in both the clauses. There is a particular rule to this third conditional. This is a third condition. And what is the structure? The structure is if plus past perfect aega, past perfect. Then would have plus past participle. So the correct answer will be if I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. And the last solution that I can give you to fix your English is if you're making mistakes in gerunds. Gerunds can be used as a subject in the sentence and it can be used as a verb with ing form in the middle of the sentence as well. For example, I love to studying English. No, I love studying English. To nahi aayega because to say infinitive verb banta hai. Like to study. I love to study English. But I love studying if I want to put it in a gerund way because gerund is just an advanced version of using English language. If you want to take English to the another level, then it is gerund. You can use gerund in that aspect. And for that, straight after that verb, for example, I enjoy going to the movies. I enjoy to go to the movies. That is a very basic sentence structure. But if you want to take it a little bit advanced, then I enjoy going. So with that, how it works, like with main verb which is enjoy, you just uske baad aapko you just need to put that gerund. For example, I enjoy going to the movies. Okay, now let me tell you gerund kaise bante hain. Jo bhi verb hota hai, any of the verbs when they are used with ing form, they become gerund. And when it is used as a subject in the sentence, for example, going, enjoying, partying, swimming, reading. So these are the gerunds that you can use in the sentences. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that these solutions are going to change the perception how you see English language and how you see that how you can improve your English language skills. So if you're making mistakes in any of these 10 areas, then stop making, do study thoroughly, and do not forget to watch my videos for future reference and become a confident speaker. So I'll see you in the next video. Until, do watch this whole video and share it with your friends. Bye.